In this video, I want to compare and contrast the Global bread knife to the Miyabi Birchwood bread knife. Off the bat, the Miyabi is 100% handmade, while the Global is essentially an automated handmade process, and that really does come through in terms of the final fit and finish of the knives. The Miyabi has every single edge and corner rounded out, so there are no sharp edges anywhere. The handle is completely and totally flush on both sides with the spacer and the metal. Really nice little touches like the logo being carved into the back of the handle, and this beautiful mosaic pin, which is actually about 15 to 20 little tiny pieces of steel, copper, and bronze that are individually pressed into the handle to give it that final little finishing touch. By contrast, the Global is a very well-made knife, but they just don't put that same attention to detail into it. 90-degree angles all around, and you can even see the forging marks on the blade, which even though it looks nice, just shows they haven't gone those extra steps to really polish everything up. The cutting edges and cores of the knives are very, very different. The cutting edges and cores of the knives are very, very different. The Global uses Cromova 18, which is a relatively soft stainless steel, about a 56 to 58 hardness, and the cutting edge is roughly 15 degrees. On top of that, there is nothing extra added to the blade. By contrast, the Miyabi uses SG2, a very, very high-end powdered steel, with a hardness of about 63. And what that means is as long as you're using the knife properly, realistically speaking, you're probably never going to have to sharpen it. The blade is hand ground down to a whoppingly sharp 9-degree cutting edge, which really, to put it in perspective, is not only discussing single versus double digits between the knives, but we're talking about a blade that's roughly 50% thinner in terms of cutting angle, which means it is literally exponentially sharper than the Global. And of course, one of the things people always realize is that either side of the blade is wrapped in 50 layers of beautiful stainless steel, which gives you this jaw-dropping flower Damascus pattern. The Miyabi has a full tang going all the way through this birchwood handle, and birchwood is a wood that was originally used in Faberge eggs because of how gorgeous it is, and this video can't really do it justice. Not only do you have these amazingly nice wispy dark lines of grain going through the handle, but different portions of the lighter colored wood are either opaque or translucent. And what that means is when you're actually looking at it, you feel like you're looking at a piece of marble that happens to be made out of wood. By contrast, again, the Global, a lot of people don't realize, doesn't even have a tang at all. It is actually a hollow handle that has been filled with sand and then welded directly onto the blade, something you might want to consider when discussing which knife to purchase. In the end, it comes down to personal preference. I'm going to put a link down to both below, and if you have any questions, any comments, or any concerns, as always, let me know, and otherwise I will talk to you very, very soon.